Hello, today we are going to work on lesson 13 and we are going to first add the numbers to find the total. Let's look at number 1. 83 plus 28. So since it is two-digit numbers, we need to first add the numbers that are on the ones place and then tens place. So 3 plus 8 is 11, and we need to write 1 in the ones place and 1 in the tens place. Now 1 plus 8 is 9, and 9 plus 2 is 11. So 111 is the answer for number 1. Let's look at number 2. 9 plus 2 is 11. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So 71 is the answer for number 2. Let's look at number 5. 1 plus 8 is 9. And 6 plus 2 is 8. So 89 is the answer for number 5. Let's look at number 7. 9 plus 9 is 18. 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus 2 is 4. So 48 is the answer for number 7. Let's look at number 10. 7 plus 6 is 13. 1 plus 5 is 6, and 6 plus 2 is 8. So 83 is the answer for number 10. Let's move on to the next page. For this part, we need to solve each problem by showing work. Let's look at number 1. The art room has 50 paintbrushes. There are 19 paintbrushes left in the room. How many paintbrushes are being used? So, since 19 paintbrushes are left inside the room, the rest of the paintbrushes are being used. So, we need to subtract 19 from 50. 50 minus 19. However, since 9 is greater than 0, we need to borrow from 5, which becomes 4, and 0 becomes 10. And 10 minus 9 is 1, and 4 minus 1 is 3. So 31 is the answer for number 1. Let's look at number 3. Students had 43 cupcakes at breakfast. They have 55 cupcakes at lunch. How many more cupcakes do students have at lunch? So to find out how many cupcakes they had more at lunch, we need to subtract 43 from 55. So 55 minus 43. 5 minus 3 is 2, and 5 minus 4 is 12. So 12 is the answer for number 3. Let's move on to the next page. For this part, we need to circle all the numbers that make the sentence true. Let's look at number 1. So 39 minus blank should be less than 34. Let's look at A. 39 minus 3. 9 minus 3 is 6. 3 minus 0 is 3. However, 36 is not greater than 34, so A is not the answer. Let's look at B. 39 minus 4. 9 minus 4 is 5, and 3 minus 0 is 3. However, 35 is also not less than 34, so B is also not the answer. Let's look at C. 39 minus 5. 9 minus 5 is 4. 3 minus 0 is 3. But 34 equals to 34, and this is not less than 34. So C is also not the answer. Let's look at D. 39 minus 6. 9 minus 6 is 3. And 3 minus 0 is 3. So, if we look, 33 is less than 34. So, D is the answer for number 1. Let's move on to the next page. For this part, we have word problems. Let's look at number 1. There are 20 ladybugs on a leaf. A strong wind blew away 13 ladybugs. How many ladybugs are left on the leaf? So, to know how many ladybugs are left, we need to subtract 13 from 20. 20 minus 13. 2 becomes 1 because we need to borrow from 2, since 3 is greater than 0. So now 0 becomes 10, and then 10 minus 3 is 7, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So 7 ladybugs are left. Let's look at number 2. Joshua bought 42 cupcakes for his birthday. He ate 3 cupcakes and gave the rest to his friends. How many cupcakes did he give his friend? And to know how many cupcakes he gave to his friend, we need to subtract 3 from 42. 2. We need to do 2 minus 3. However, 3 is greater than 2, so we need to borrow from 4, which becomes 3, and 2 becomes 12. So now 12 minus 3 is 9, and 3 minus 0 is 3. So 39 is the answer for number 2. Let's look at number 3. Mr. Gomez has 35 ties in his closet. Mr. Smith has 27 ties. How many more ties does Mr. Gomez have than Mr. Smith? So, to find the difference, we need to subtract 27 from 35. 35 minus 27. 7 is greater than 5, so we need to borrow from 3, which becomes 2, and 5 becomes 15. Now, 15 minus 7 is 8, and 2 minus 2 is 0. So, 8 is the answer for number 3. Thank you.